We've been reporting on this across the country. Big box stores have been shutting their doors for good.
Now the malls that they call home are left suffering. WENY's Carrie Demers took a closer look at what needs to happen, even here in the Twin Tiers, to keep malls thriving.
For decades, the Arnott Mall has served as a hub for shoppers of all ages. But now, with the future of many big box stores hanging in the balance, Arnott is just one of many malls nationwide beginning to rethink its strategy. Kmart, JCPenney, and now Sears. Big box stores that once dominated the market are declining, but continue to survive in the southern tier. And malls, once a destination for shoppers of all ages, are left suffering.
And there's no secret that when Macy's left, and think about that, when Macy's left, everyone said, well, gee, this is a hit for the mall. It was.
Macy's, once an anchor store in the Arnott Mall, has now sat vacant for a year. And former powerhouses like Sears are just one quarterly report away from being wiped from the retail landscape.
Obviously, retail's changed. The shopping center industry's changed. So any malls that are continue to thrive and survive in this time of retail are going to evolve and change, and that's what we're doing.
While others may be on the brink of closing, that's something Chemung County simply couldn't afford to let happen. After all, the Arnott Mall is a huge contributor to the county's tax roll. So far this year, the county has raked in almost $14 million in sales tax revenue. Much of that comes from the near 3 million square feet of retail space within and surrounding the mall. It also employs a couple hundred people who would then be out of jobs. And whether it be those big box stores or even smaller retailers, it's no secret consumers have shifted the way they shop. This has left local retailers and the mall itself having to do the same. And much of that shift is due to the rise of online shopping. What was once necessary to buy in store can now be bought online with just the click of a button. Sites like Amazon and other online retailers have eliminated much of the need to take physical shopping trips. Now Arnott is preparing to go from being just a destination to what officials are calling an entire experience.
You see dining, entertainment, hospitality. WENY's will be opening here at the mall later this year, and that's really exciting. H.L. Stevens is doing a major expansion and building a brand new store up near Sears right now. And we have other news that's coming up soon that ties into our redevelopment and really where we're going to be going in the next phase of the mall.
It was also announced that Bonton will be expanding to fill Macy's former storefront. This as just part of what the mall is calling its 50th year redevelopment. But is a redevelopment enough to actually save it?
It's not going to be easy because the world of retail is changing. It just is. And, I've learned a long time ago, you can cry and complain about it all you want. It doesn't do nothing. You got to take it head on, and you got to figure out what's the next plan going forward that works in these places, knowing that there's been a change in people's habits.
This uncertainty even has consumers weary of what could happen. Most retailers that are financially stressed could be closed without much warning. With employees and shoppers holding the bag, this causes pessimism towards the places that used to be the place to be.
There were rumors at one time we're going to close up. There's rumors about stores moving and all that.
However, they also seemed optimistic about what those upcoming changes could mean.
I think people are going to really, really enjoy what they're seeing. So I've got a lot of confidence that the mall is going to be improving quite rapidly over the next several months.
But there's a lot of things that you can't find online, and when you shop locally in a mall, that money stays in your community.
And with more announcements and changes still to come, the mall is looking towards the future with a positive outlook. But only time will tell. Reporting in Horseheads, Carrie Demers, WENY News.